Welcome to 10 more mistakes with gerunds and infinitives. So number one, maybe you can even guess the mistake with number one. He pretended, yeah, I think a lot of the time on these particular lessons you'll be able to guess because it's one or the other, or maybe in some cases, such as in number 6, it's bare infinitive, yeah? It's either making, to make, or make. And pretended is always 2 plus infinitive, yeah? He pretended to make a call, yeah? To call somebody. I think you can also say that, yeah? He pretended to call somebody. Okay? Number 2. The last time I went to swim was 5 years ago. You know, I'm not even certain that this is technically grammatically correct. Incorrect, grammatically incorrect. But there's something unnatural about it because we usually say go swimming, go shopping, go sailing, go windsurfing, go cycling. We have an awful lot of go plus ing, yeah, plus gerund. And so there are 2 ways I could correct this. There are 2 ways. I could say the last time I went for a swim, because you go for a walk and you go for a swim. Okay, and do note that then swim needs an A because it's countable, like a walk is countable. You can have a walk and then it's countable. But, you know, I'm sure there's walk in a different sense that is uncountable. I think we normally use the gerund then, walking, yeah. But yeah, the last time I went for a swim or went for a walk was 5 years ago. Yeah, they're both very similar. Or the last time I went swimming. And that's equally correct, of course, because we say go swimming. Yeah, and here you certainly don't put an A in it. And it's because it's a gerund, yeah? You can, I've described before about the difference between the verbal noun, reduction, and the gerund, reducing. And we learned that you can't use articles or adjectives with gerunds, but they do take a direct object, whereas the verbal noun doesn't take a direct object. And so this is why it's a swim and not a swimming, because the gerund doesn't take articles. It can't take articles, okay, the gerund form. And that's why you don't see an article in any of those gerund expressions with go. Go shopping, go sailing, go windsurfing. It's never go a, yeah, it never is. It's always straight onto the noun, and that's because that gerund can't be described by an article. It's useful information that isn't always clearly, put out there in the books. So number 3, I propose to have the meeting on Monday. Now, that's not the most common one that I hear all the time. With propose, suggest, recommend that we're going to look at in a moment, I want you to remember that all 3 are gerund. And that's why it sounds a bit weird. And notice that they even have a similar meaning. Propose, suggest, recommend. They're all proposals, recommendations, suggestions, yeah? And so they all take gerund. I propose having the meeting on Monday. And I very often see this, especially recently. I think people try to use the passive because they think it sounds more professional. I'm not sure, but you very often see it in formal documents, this it is proposed instead of we propose, which would be much simpler, yeah? But you've got this dummy pronoun, it is proposed, to have. I don't like it, yeah? I don't think it's what we usually say. We don't usually say it is proposed to have the meeting on Monday. I think if you want to do this, and you can, we would say it has been proposed or it is proposed,